Water. It's an essential part of life for all living things, and the fundamental building block to social and economic development. While those in developed, wealthy nations seldom think about the resource, many people in poor, mostly rural areas, struggle day to day to make sure that they have enough to stay alive. For about 1 billion people in the world, access to water is dependent on this, a large plastic jug that can weigh up to 40 pounds when full. The task of collecting this water takes hours and often falls on women and children, reinforcing gender inequality and keeping kids out of school. One organization working to end this practice is Charity Water. Poised to celebrate its 5th birthday this month, Charity Water has funded 4,282 water projects in the developing world, providing clean, safe drinking water to over 2 million people in 19 countries. The group has more than 20,000 donors worldwide and has raised more than $40 million.
Water is one of these topics, one of these sectors that just permeates all throughout everyone's life.
This is Nat Painter, the Director of Water Programs for Charity Water. An environmental engineer with experience working for the World Bank in Tanzania, Nat brings years of experience in water stress alleviation to Charity Water and oversees its expansion into new projects. He spoke with us about the importance of Charity Water's work as a way to bring this most basic necessity of life to the billion people who lack it. So there's a phrase that comes up repeatedly on the Charity Water website, and that phrase is water changes everything. Could you explain that?
If you bring the water point closer to a community, towards a household, you've saved these people for 10 hours a day in water collection, which is kind of like giving yourself a 50, 60, 100% bonus. And you can imagine what that would do with your life. That would completely change everything.
Charity Water thrives on its interaction with donors. It relies on outside private funding to run its day-to-day operations, so it can guarantee that every dollar donated goes directly into projects.
If you, Connor, give Charity Water $20, all 20 of those dollars will go to Africa. My salary doesn't come out of it. My airfare to supervise those programs doesn't come out of it. Our office space doesn't come out of it. All $20 goes there.
It also videotapes its initiatives to show donors just how large an impact their money has made in the lives of those in need. This transparency provides an assurance to donors that their money has been well spent. So why do you think Charity Water has been so successful in this initiative?
It has been very successful. It's helped bring water to over 2 million people. And I think the public really responded to the message that we will do this openly. We're not going to hide anything.
As Charity Water begins its 6th year, it does so with ambition. Not satisfied with the work that it has done so far, the organization hopes to build a future in which no man, woman, or child knows what it's like to be forced to trek for miles on end in search of water, only to return with disease-ridden groundwater that takes years off their lives. It aims to create a world in which clean water is not an ideal to aspire to, but an abundant resource for all the world's people.
The transformation to a community when the water does come and you only have to walk 10 yards to get it. And how that, sort of the joy of the community, it's kind of a cliche, but it's really there. And that's really, each time it's really impressed me.
As Charity Water has demonstrated over the past 5 years, it's true. Water does indeed change everything. Connor Schratz, South South News, New York.